don't think that your family is gonna be that thing that saves you. I really shouldn't have to tell anyone this, but just in case you're holding out hope that all of your problems are gonna go away because your family just loves you so much that they're gonna step in and solve them for you, I don't want to disappoint you, but that's very unlikely to happen. Now, you may come from a family that really, really sticks together. Maybe you're a family that, has family reunions every couple of years. Y'all meet up for Christmas, Thanksgiving, calling everybody, doing video chats and talks on Father's Day, and all of the holidays are so important, and pictures are getting shared, and all of that shit means nothing when it comes down to you actually like needing somebody. You feel me? Like needing somebody. Now, I don't come from a family like that. I come from a very broken family. I don't come from receiving unconditional love from my parents or even the people who stepped in to raise me. And while I appreciate everyone who had a hand in getting me to this point that I am now, I don't discount the fact that the way that I was raised has had a very negative impact on my ability to integrate myself into society in a healthy manner. And this channel here has been the most therapeutic thing that I've done in my life. Creating these videos where I'm actually talking about things that are important to me and sharing my views to whoever wants to see on the other end. This is completely foreign to me. And as an introvert by nature, it's been a rock. It's been a whirlwind. It's rocked my system a bit trying to occupy this state. And now I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it, and I feel like I'm able to take steps forward, like looking at myself, listening to myself. And I know that my videos and my content will get better as a result. And you all will be the judge of it. I'm just hoping that I'm able to actually help somebody, which means that someone's actually watching. So that's all that I care about. But at the end of the day, I started this to help as many people as I can. And I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't make it clear to you. And I'm not saying nothing that you haven't heard before. No one is coming to save you. And you can be boy, girl, man, woman. You could be a great worker. You could be a poor worker. You could be a content creator like me. You can be a singer, artist. Like you can be an engineer. You can be a scientist. Whatever the walk of life, whatever the walk of life is that you have taken, I want you to know that the turmoil that you experience and are experiencing, the distortions that you experience and are experiencing, are yours to experience. They're your lessons. And as a result, to push off your lesson and to claim that somebody else is going to come in and ease your load is completely ludicrous, and it's a lie that you're telling yourself. And I don't want to lie to you, nor do I want you to lie to yourself. So let me shatter that glass for you right now. No one's coming to save you. To be honest with you, most people are so concerned with themselves, they may not even notice that if you're drowning. Unless you say something. And if you're like me, you won't. So when you come to this understanding, this awareness that no one is ever going to come and save you, what can you do to be a help to yourself? What can you do to be better for yourself and to pull yourself up to a frequency where not only are you able to sustain everything that you have going on for yourself, but because you understand that nobody came to save you when you were going through it, you're now in a position to be that savior for other people. Not because you think you're better than them, or because you're radiating at a frequency that is of a higher vibration than the one that they're choosing to resonate at. That's not that's not important to anything, and it means absolutely nothing because we're one, right? And we're only as strong as our weakest link as far as the collective is concerned. So the more people that we can get to raise our frequency raises the overall collective frequency. That's why you see things changing now. That's why you see small misses happening where if our frequency was just slightly lower, it'd have been a hit. You get what I'm saying? So you have to really understand that you have a part to play in this grand symphony that is all of creation. If a butterfly flapping its wings off the coast of Africa can cause a hurricane to form on the coast of America, imagine what you consciously taking control of your life and walking out into the day with the confidence and full awareness that you are who you think you are. And then thinking of yourself in a good manner, thinking of yourself in the best way that you can, forgiving yourself for the mistakes that you made, giving yourself grace to make mistakes in the future, giving yourself the ability to fall, but then also being there so that you're helping yourself up. You don't need anything outside of you. And the things that appear outside of you are just a reflection of your internal state of being. It's important that you understand this. It's critical that you understand this because this changes how you operate. It changes how you move. It changes how you see certain situations. And when you know that nobody is coming back to save you, you can't afford to think poorly of yourself. For years, I dealt with things like suicidal ideations, the cognitive dissonance that I was experiencing between who I thought I could be and what reality was presenting itself to me. It was such a wide gap that to have a conversation with me, most people probably thought that I was crazy because some of the things that I'm talking about and the way that I'm seeing myself is completely different from the day-to-day of what I was experiencing. I'm seeing myself as the person I'm presenting myself to you now, as the spark. And in most of my previous scenarios and previous workplaces, this type of conversation is not welcome. This type of empowerment from one soul to another soul is not appreciated. So you got to understand that it's not just that family's not going to come back and save you. Your friends aren't going to save you. The people that you call friends, that social group that you got, that you're a part of, that you go to happy hours with, right? That you dress up nice for, that you put on a face for, put on a character for, those people aren't going to come and save you. And in fact, those people are trying to find someone to come through and save them because they don't understand what I'm telling you right now. So here is you in this situation, meaning that you have the ability to be the spark for them. You have the ability to ignite a fire in them that could turn their world upside down in a good way. And it doesn't even take you speaking the words that I'm speaking to you, to them. It takes you walking in your power and not giving a damn what anybody's got to say about it. That's what it takes. That's what it really, really takes. I was listening to bits and pieces of the Jordan Peterson, Elon Musk conversation, and I have my personal thoughts about the way that it was handled and about, certain aspects of the conversation in regards to just the elegance. I wish that there was a moderator instead of just the two gentlemen going back and forth, because I feel like we as an audience, we missed out on a lot. And if you haven't watched it, you can go back and watch it. I'm sure you've seen clips about it, but it's not really all that. But at the end of the day, there was a point in there where Jordan Peterson is talking about, whether or not Elon Musk considers himself to be religious, and they go on a whole deep dive about consciousness. And Elon's thoughts on consciousness are incredibly interesting to me, especially when he brings up either everything is conscious or nothing is. Now, I know full and well that everything is conscious. I know full and well that the all is mind, the universe is mental, that as things are above, that's how they are below, that this is a fractal holographic universe that's playing itself out over and over again. This is a self-correcting pattern that we all are a part of. Self-correcting meaning that every atom in your body is self-correcting, just like every atom that makes up the fiber of everything that you see is a self-correcting pattern. We're experiencing distortion in the middle, but as above, so below. This thing started out as one source, and we're returning to that one source. I know that everything moves and vibrates, that everything has its corresponding rate and note of vibration. I know that rhythm exists in everything, that the measure of the swing to the left is the measure of the swing to the right. I know that for every effect there is a cause, even though we may not know that cause. I know that there's causes that have been from the iniquity of time, and that we're now experiencing the effects of, and we're looking at it and attributing it to other things, when these causes for some of the things that we're experiencing were laid out long before our earth was even an earth. I know that gender represents itself in everything. I know that the masculine and the feminine energy are just two halves of a whole, and that everything encompasses masculine and feminine energy. I know that there's feminine energy inside of me that I balance, and I know that for every man there is feminine energy in them. I know that in every woman there is masculine energy in her that she has to balance. I know that the concept of gender as it relates to the Hermetic principles does not necessarily have any type of take on any person's personal sexual preferences. So, and I only say that because I understand that there's a wide variety of people who could potentially watch my content, and I'm not trying to alienate anybody. My personal views on any type of sexual preference doesn't matter. You are free to do whatever you want, to resonate at whatever frequency helps you get to your ideal state. So these are the things that I know. And if you want a deeper breakdown of those principles that I just listed, go watch my videos on the Kybalion, because I go in depth and I read directly from the Kybalion and I give my commentary. Or you can just go listen to it, or go pick one up and read it yourself. In that interview, they touched on a lot of things and they danced around the idea of God. And I'm seeing it more and more. We're having these open form conversations where we're dancing around the idea of God. And we're talking about these concepts that go right up to the door, but we don't cross that threshold to claim that we all are God, or to claim even that this consciousness that we're all experiencing potentially is the creator that we're looking for, that creative instinct that we're looking for, that we've been looking for when we talk in a religious aspect of some type of deity. And I say that understanding full and well that I'm not referring to a consciousness that exists outside of you. I'm referring to the consciousness that makes up the I am of you. Now, why did I say all of that? I said all of that to make it clear to you that all power is truly given to you. With your mind, you can completely change your state. And if your state attracts all of the things in your physical reality, it is easier for you to change your state of mind than it is for you to try to beat yourself down trying to change this world, or to hurt yourself by looking at where somebody else is resonating at and judging them for where it is that they're resonating. We need to be willing to give people the freedom to resonate wherever it is that they resonate, regardless of who they are. And we need to stop holding on to an idea that someone, friend, family, lover, whoever it is, government, it does not matter. Nobody is coming to save you. I promise you that. No one is. But the power to save yourself lies within you. And I make these videos to help bring it out of you. Not because I'm better than you, just making it crystal clear, but because I see better in you. Because I know that there is better in you. I know that you can be more, just like I can be more, just like I'm getting better. I know that you're getting better, and I know that you can be better. But I'm not coming to save you. What I can do for you is shine my light in the form that I'm doing it, so that you can see that. And you can choose to express your light in whatever form that takes for you. But it doesn't change the fact that nobody is coming to save you. The law is absolute, and where you are is a result of the way that you've used the law in the past. Now, if you change the way that you use the law now, how the law manifests itself in your life, how atoms are arranged in your life, it will change. I promise you. And if it doesn't, come back, drop a dislike on this video, and tell me about it in the comments. And we can have a discussion about what it is that you're thinking, or what it is that you were thinking. And we'll have another discussion about when you stopped thinking that, and why it is that you stopped thinking that if it hasn't presented itself in this 3D. You get what I'm saying? You understand where I'm going with this? The law is absolute. And if something hasn't come about yet, it's more likely that the distance in the alternative space between where you are resonating and the resonance that you need to be at, where you're resonating and the resonance that you need to be at in order for that thing to crystallize in your reality, that there's a gap there. And only you can fill that gap. Only you can fill it. Only you can fill it. So don't think about somebody else coming to save you. All this is a spark, something to jolt you. You're the one who's going to set your world on fire. Now, I love you. I want to see the fullest expression of you. This is a spark.